first time hearing this. See, I've already taken probably 3 minutes. Okay, so in the beginning, Lizzie and I lived in San Francisco. In 1971 or 2, somewhere in there, we decided to move to Los Angeles. But before that, I wrote a poem. And it was probably, we've been going out for a while, not for very long, I think. No. A small amount of time. And I wrote a very beautiful poem, if I do say so myself, about Lindsay and I, mostly about him. And it was probably, and is, and remains to this day, the nicest thing that I ever wrote about him, or the two of us, or our relationship. So, this was a very beautiful poem. The poem went in the pocket, in the drawer next to the bed somewhere. And then Lizzie and I hopped in our car, his car, and I think it was your car. I had a car too, but did we drive separately?
The Toyota?
I had a Toyota. Looked like a Rolls Royce. Not really, but I thought it did. Okay, so we drive down to Los Angeles, and when you move in with our producer Keith, and because we obviously had no money. So, poem in hand, I never put the poem to music. And so we record the Buckingham Nicks album, and it's great. Woo! I know. And then they dropped the Buckingham Nicks album, Polydor Records. Thank you so much, Polydor. And the poem, somehow, after the Buckingham Nicks record got dropped, was put to music. And became this really beautiful song. And then it was put on a cassette. And then it was, I think, probably lost in the couch. And somebody, one of our sleazy friends probably, we didn't have that many friends, so we could probably trace them down, either took it or borrowed it, and probably re-recorded it, cassette to cassette, and then brought it back and put it back in the couch. And then Lindsay and I found it, and then we lost it again. So the song was, for all time, gone. Years and years later, 100 years later, in 2010, some friends of mine came to me and said, we found this great song on, guess what, YouTube. I don't have a computer, I don't YouTube. I'm like, are you kidding? They said, yes, it's this great song, and you should hear it. So they play it for me, and I'm like, it's the song that was lost twice. So I play it for Lindsay, and I go, do you remember this song? And she's like, yeah. Of course, yeah, I do. I mean, I'm playing the fantastic guitar part. And I said, okay, well, what do you think? We should record this for Fleetwood Mac. We should record it. This was like last year. And so we did. We went to his house and we recorded this song. Okay, here's where I usually get lost, but not tonight. So Nick Fleetwood said to me, don't forget to remind the audience, am I on track? I think I'm on track.
I think you are.
He says, don't forget to tell the audiences that this song, the way you sing, the way Lindsay sings, the way he plays the guitar, you guys are all in counterpoint, and that's what makes you really special. And I agree, that is what makes us really special. And he said, don't forget to tell the audience that this is what attracted me to you guys when I first met you and heard your music. So, okay, great, thank you, Nick. Then we go on the road, and I tell this story, pretty much how I'm doing it now, except a little longer. And I said, I'm telling it every night. And one night, Lindsay says, but no, that is not what Mick Fleetwood was attracted to. And I'm like, well, then what was he attracted to? And he goes, they needed, if you remember, they were looking for a smoking hot lead guitar player. And I'm like, oh, that's right. It's all Mick's fault, your fault. So I realized that, of course, he was totally right. In my little girl's head, you know, I go back, that's what they were looking for. And nowhere in the words of guitar player does it say, and his hippie girlfriend.
Did I say that?
Exactly. You did. Well, I think you did. You said, they don't want you to.
I didn't say that.
I know, I'm just saying. What did you say? Jump in.
No. I just said, Well, I mean, Mick heard guitar playing, and then a couple of weeks later, he called me up and said, Lindsay, would you like to join me with Mac, right? And I said, well, Mick, if you take me, you gotta take my girlfriend, too. But it worked out.
It did work out. And out of that whole really long story that you'll probably never forget till the day you die, in fact, I hope that the day you die, you do think of this story. Because